very good collector for the maps, and also he was a professional hunter. So in his hall, he has a very wide collection of the heads of animals and the trophies for every kind of animals. And also he is asking Klasziak to do a very big hall for all the maps for the African and the mountains and Sahara that he drew it by himself. And this is one of the interior of the hall, dining hall in the palace. It was in the Arabic style. After that, we will still find another influence from the Italian architects in Egypt for the Ernesto Ferrucci. He is going to make it more classic, and the classic style was the favorite style for architecture style for the royal family. So we will find Ras el-Tin Palace. Ras el-Tin Palace was the most old palace, royal palace in Egypt, in all of Egypt. It has built by Muhammad Ali in the first era, and it was like a citadel. Then in the British campaign, it has been bombed. Okay, so Ernesto Ferrucci rebuilt this palace by the modern Italian architect style. And this one of the interior for this. The place of the Ras el-Tin was, all of this area was from the fig trees. So when they cut the trees, they named the palace Ras el-Tin for the name of the tree.
It's in the within the naval base.
Yes, yes. And also we find a very unique from Professor Godali, actually very unique hand painting
uniform.
For the design.
That uniform is the uniform of the chief architect of the Khedivial palaces. Actually, Laszak was born in Gorizia, and he graduated in Vienna, the Polytechnical School in Vienna. He came very young after the graduation to Egypt because he was one of the architects involved in the rebuilding of Alexandria after the bombing in 1882. So he stayed 5 years in Alexandria working and designing buildings as a self-employed architect. Then he went back to Italy, stayed in Rome and Naples. He studied actually restoration, and then he came back to Egypt. And when he came back, started his very successful career, and he had been credited to have designed 60 different projects. And you can see in the exhibition there's different functionalities of the buildings. He practically designed all of the possible functions: private houses, public monuments, hospitals, and so forth. Second in line is this with the big beard here, Ernesto Ferrucci. You see he was credited with the honorary title.
Churches, be it mosques, be it tombs, they mastered everything from the small details to the ceilings to the plans, everything. They started with building churches like this one. The horizontal strips with the colors remind us of the late Italian churches. And the church of Butros Ghali, with its simple geometric shapes and its apse, it is of the basilican plan. And they have also the church, the Greek Catholic Church, built in the 1915. It was built in a Byzantine plan. They also mastered the Islamic architecture. Architects like Mario Rossi and architects like Eugenio Valzania mastered building the great mosque of Al-Mursi Abu al-Abbas, which is very important to the people of Alexandria. If you've ever been there, Al-Mursi Abu al-Abbas has a great sentimental value to the people there. Everyone that goes to Alexandria have to go to Al-Mursi Abu al-Abbas and see the magnificent building. Also, Mario Rossi built the great building, the mosque of Al-Qaid Ibrahim, which is identified by its long minaret that can see the whole Ram station. The tomb of Shwikar, it's identified by its Mamluk dome, also identified by its beautiful interior, a bed made of Italian Carrara marble, made by the beautiful Gabriele Donatello.
And it was the last building opened by Benito Mussolini himself. Yes. The last building was a commercial building in Alexandria, Shikurel, or we can say it Orico. According to the chain that they opened after that, it's Orico chain for the lower class of people, and the Shikurel, the elite class for people, for King Farouk and other people. Okay, now we are coming to the hospital. This is the first hospital, Italian hospital in Cairo. It is the Italian hospital in Abbasiyah, compared to the first. It's not an icon in architecture only, it is a healthcare icon in Egypt according to its capacity and how they deal with people. It was first opened for the Italian people only, but after that it came up with all the public of Egyptian people. The second one is magnificent and one of the rare buildings designed by Antonio Lashek in Islamic style, but it's not one of its own type, because he didn't design any Islamic style building, non-religious building. It's one of rare designs. It was designed in Abu Rish, but unfortunately the building was demolished according to the earthquakes in 1992. So the buildings after that with a new style and design. We're coming with Dr. Heidi for the last section.
At least we have the residential buildings. Actually, in the residential buildings, we can see along the time the development of the for a private villa. So around the time you see that with the time the Italian architects has changed their style more and more time, and actually they have always the beginning to enter a new architecture style to the Egyptian buildings. So I would like to thank you very much to give us the opportunity to make this exhibition, and I wish that you enjoy the presentation. Thank you so much.
I wanted to thank you and all of your colleagues.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Very special stuff.